Hello, this is Rafa. Welcome to another page in my homesteading diary. Hello, hi, welcome back. If you have had any interest in gardening whatsoever, you have at some point or another most likely experimented with regrowing your kitchen vegetables that you get from the grocery store. We've all tried it with the spring onions. Some of us have tried it with celery. Some of us have tried it with carrots, pineapple tops. Most of us have definitely, if you've done that much, you've most definitely done it with lettuce. Today, I'm going to be harvesting some lettuce that I got from the grocery store and planting them in my salad bowl outside. So, over the last few years, they have been selling lettuce in these containers and they have the root ball intact. I'll show you a little closer in a second. Here are just two varieties that I got from a local grocery store, and I'm going to plant them outside. Sometimes it's just nice to have a little instant gratification, and although I have some lettuce seeds planted outside and they've germinated and they're off to a great start, it's nice to have something that's going to come around and give me some satisfaction a little bit sooner. If you've ever cut your lettuce and see how it's tinged with brown, I know some of our expert shoppers and gardeners and cooks know what causes that. But in the off chance that you don't, it comes from using metal on the lettuce. So you've either used a knife or you've used scissors to harvest the leaves, and the oxidation causes the tips of the leaf to go round. If you don't want that, then what you need to do is use a plastic knife. You can even use a plastic disposable knife, or tear the leaves off with your hands, and that will keep them from turning brown on the edges. Although eventually, because things break down and decompose, it is going to eventually turn brown, but tearing them off with your hands or using a plastic knife will greatly slow down that process. Who doesn't like a nice looking salad? Two that I have already harvested from and consumed. As you can see, here are the roots. Now I had them soaking in this little reservoir that comes in that's built into the container. I had them soaking in some water, and the roots were nice and white. I suspect that one, I had too much water and they were on their way to root rot. Hopefully I've caught it in time, because I've done this in the past and they didn't turn dark brown like that. I really think I had way too much water in there. Plus I had the lid over it and that was creating the humidity in there. So I probably just kind of set it out on a bad course. But I believe it's still redeemable. Let's go on and process this right here. Let me get another plate to put the leaves on. Okay, so this is butter crunch lettuce, and when it comes out, see the nice root ball? That's how the other one looked when I got it. I'm like, who wouldn't just take advantage of this and look like you have a garden that's going on? Like, you put this in the soil and it is on and popping. And you just really look like you know what you're doing. What you want to do is leave a little, about an inch or two at the base. You want to leave about 1 inch or 2 at the base. Doesn't that make a beautiful salad? I love this salad. It's tender. Normally I like crunchy greens when I have a salad. This is real tender and it's great for like if you do just simply thinly sliced cucumbers and thinly sliced onions with a nice vinaigrette or a nice mayo-based dressing. Just delicious. But this is what I have left. So this will regrow. Voila! This knife right here, I've had, I don't know, probably 10 or so years, maybe even longer than that. So I couldn't dare tell you where I got it from. But you know, I'm sure you could probably even get it at a local store. You know, Walmart probably even carries it. And for sure we know Amazon. So anyways, here we have this nice root. Look how healthy that is. I don't know whose idea it was to start selling them like this, but you know, it's not hurting my feelings any. And on top of that, it helps the consumer to eat as close to garden fresh greens as they can at home straight from the store. Just a win-win situation. Now, what you'll see is this is kind of scabbed over a little bit right here, and there's nothing wrong with that. I have successfully just put it in the ground like that, and they've regrown. But I like to just take off a thin little layer just to, you know, get better propagation. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Just real, see that? That's just very thin. I just took the little scab off, that's all. Put that over there. Voila. Now, y'all know I'm not about to eat it like this, right? I will be washing them off. But it definitely looks pretty. Maybe if I had washed them off before, I could just have stacked it like that and enjoyed it. But since I did not have the forethought to do that, because I was focused mainly on just dealing with the roots and the bases, I didn't think to wash them beforehand. And I'm not going to be eating this right away, so I really don't want them to get limp in the refrigerator. See that? I just want to get it nice and green again. Get right back down there so those roots can go on and start coming through. So the roots can go on and start growing. Now I left about this much, and that's gonna be fine. Look at that, isn't that just lovely? Oh my gosh, that's just beautiful, right by itself. Here is my salad bowl, affectionately called. It has been covered over with this plastic tarp for about a week, and everything is just taken off and thriving. All of these things, all of these lettuces were transplanted in here from seedlings, and they're just growing like crazy. The kale, the curly leaf kale, that was actually a transplant from one of the box stores several months ago. Everything's going crazy. Bad part is, I think this one has started to bolt, I think it started bolting because the conditions were probably a little too humid and warm under there. Everything's growing nicely. Here I have some red oak lettuce. Along this row, red oak lettuce. I have some iceberg lettuce growing here. Some corn salad. Some more red oak leaf that's coming up nicely. All of these were planted, as you could tell, from seed. This is some more iceberg. It's a black seeded Simpson. And all of these are cold hardy. So these are good lettuces to grow this time of year. My prize head that I planted all the way back December 11th never did germinate. So that's where I'm going to plant the lettuce that I got from the kitchen. I'm going to start planting right here. I'm going to just dig a nice little hole. Pop those roots down in there and cover it up. I want to make sure I don't have too much space beneath the bottom of these, beneath the bottom, because, you know, I don't want too much of an air pocket there. I'm not adding any bone meal or worm castings to this because a few weeks ago I went back and did that. So the soil is already amended nicely. And let's see, where do I want to plant the other ones? Now these are the two. This is one of the ones that I'm not sure how it's going to do because I'm not sure if I caused the root to start rotting too much on that one. I'll just watch it and see, but I have a feeling it's going to be just fine. And where do I want to plant this last little guy? I'm going to give this a little water. I'm not watering everything over here because I just watered this bed yesterday. But just a little to settle, get rid of the air pockets. And I'm using some of my compost tea. So that'll give it a nice little boost of nutrients. Fertilize it a little bit. I was trying to keep the water around the base, but you know, a little sloppy there. It'll be okay. One thing about the compost tea, it's water soluble and it's going to permeate those leaves. Is this cheating? I don't know. Maybe it is a little bit. But if that's what they're going to give us to work with at the grocery store, why not just take full advantage of it? This is going to give me
gratification a little sooner than the ones that I planted from seed seem to be doing. And who doesn't like that? Thanks for stopping by. If you have had success or not regrowing kitchen scraps, comment down below and let us know what your results have been.
This channel promotes the goodness in life. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. And above all, prosper and be in good health.